and welcome to Daily Reflection with Aneel Aranha. Today is the 3rd of June 2019. We're going to reflect on John 16:29 to 33. Listen. Jesus' disciples said, "Yes, now you are speaking plainly, not in any figure of speech. Now we know that you know all things and do not need to have anyone question you. By this we believe that you came from God." Jesus answered them, "Do you now believe? The hour is coming, indeed it has come, when you will be scattered, each one to his home, and you will leave me alone. Yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me. I have said this to you so that in me you may have peace. In the world you face persecution, but take courage. I have conquered the world." The Gospel of the Lord. One of the greatest problems besetting humankind is being alone. It is a terrible feeling to be alone, and funnily enough, one can be surrounded by people who love us and still experience this sense of being on one's own, which suggests that this may not have to do with a lack of people in one's life as much as it has to do with a lack of something in one's life. And from today's passage, we get a clue of what that might be. It's God. Jesus knew the hour of his passion was coming. He also knew that he would be deserted by his friends, most of whom had promised they would remain by his side no matter what. Yet, in his hour of greatest need, they would all flee like rats deserting a sinking ship. But Jesus was not afraid, because he had somebody with him, his Father. And as long as his Father was with him, he knew he would never be alone. If we follow Jesus, we too will go through what Jesus went through, because, as he said, if the world hated him, they would hate those who follow him too. See John 15:18. Why? Because when we are different, people are afraid of us, because people are afraid of what is different. Since the beginning of time, folks have been threatened by something that challenges the status quo, and they will go to extreme lengths to eliminate what they perceive a threat to their way of doing things. When Jesus came on the scene with his radical talk about turning the other cheek, loving one's enemies, and the rest of his philosophy, which we find encapsulated in the Beatitudes, it freaked everybody out, making one of them say that it was better that he die rather than the social system that existed at the time be destroyed. See John 11:50. Any follower of Jesus, which means somebody who actually follows his teachings, is also a threat to everybody else. They will be persecuted. And when that happens, people who say that they are friends will run for cover. But we don't have to be afraid, because we also have the Father with us. And when we have him, then we will not be alone. It is something to think about, especially for those who are moving in the radical track of discipleship. If we have God, we will not be alone. Remember that always. Bless you.